Welcome back, everyone. And I do mean everyone. It's Forgotten Circus. So in this video, I'm going to be going over what was the better addition to certain sci-fi franchises. Over here, you got Prey. Over here, you got Alien Romulus. Both new additions, both new reimagining, a new vision, a new path. Technically, I think both of them are technically reboots. I know that what is it? Alien Romulus is a prequel sequel. So, but they definitely showed some stuff in here that they are trying to reboot this somehow, some way, because there's a long time till we get to Ripley, so they can pump out some movies in that time. And then you have Prey, which was quite surprising that if that would have went to the movie theater, it would have been like, oh my gosh, word of mouth helped with that movie too. I'll give it that. It did. Everybody's like, Predator. And then so I did like how in neither one of the movies, so I'm going to compare the movies and then I'm going to break down which one I think is the better of the two, So let's go with like Alien Romulus. Did I like the movie? Yes. Did I love the movie? No. There were a lot of flaws in that movie, but it was visually amazing. The special effects were good. The practical effects were great. The lighting was awesome. You got to see like the face huggers working as a team and different kind of concept. A lot of the stuff didn't make sense. Somebody should have been left out of the movie. I think it's it's kind of like they use that character as like a crutch, like too much of a remember Barry. And that character had too much, I'm going to say Ash, Rook, whatever, had a little bit too much of a role in the movie. So it kind of pulled me out. And like the bully duty, useless. But other than that, the sets were amazing. The movie, it was good. It was a good movie. It just wasn't, there was so much hype around it. And I think that kind of hurt it. You know what I mean? Because we were trying to see the fact that like, oh my gosh, it's going to be like the best alien movie to ever come out. Well, it wasn't, but it was good. I mean, it's still better than what Alien 4. So that's a plus. So other than, and it's just like the vibe of it was good at some parts. Like I'm one of those that it should have just been, I don't even know why you had the rest of the cast. You could have just done Kelly Spade, Rain, and why I keep calling him Adam? Andy. And the other person that showed up, because you put him in so much of the movie, it was just like, all right, I guess he's a staple of the movie. But with this kind of reimagining of the franchise with this, it could work. It definitely could work. I'll give it that. So now you got your little trial run with this. Both franchises have had their little trial run and they've been successful. I ain't gonna lie, this movie is pretty successful. I mean, it's still got 80% Rotten Tomatoes and 7.4 out of 10. So it's not a bad movie. That means you're good. It's making good money, and it was on a low budget, $80 million. And they've already surpassed that. They surpassed that in the first weekend, didn't they? So that's good. That's good. They're on pace, and it's a good take. It could have been better, and I know it's probably one of those where it's like kind of out on a whim. We're gonna shoot our shot with it and see how it stuck. It worked. I'll give it that. Then we're gonna go with so. That's a plus for this franchise. It's headed in the right direction. Both are headed in the right direction. But who's going to be more successful? That's the thing. Then you had Prey. Prey was something that they really kept under wraps. People weren't they were kind of on the fence, weren't really interested. Like, it's going straight to Hulu. Okay. And surprisingly, the movie was absolutely amazing, I think. I think this movie is very well done. You didn't have the girl boss in it. I mean, she was, but she walked her. It's like she baby stepped into being like, but she still had flaws. She wasn't coming out like Laura Croft, you know. And I got to give it up to let's be honest. If that Predator didn't cloak, I think her brother would have taken that dude out. I'm sorry. It just showed you like, and it was very primitive, but they did it. The way the movie's just the way it's shot too, like the landscapes that they used, and you got to see more about their tribe and how tight knit they were. It was good, you know. It was a good movie, and the fact that them two they have a huge window between when we get to see like the first Predator, you know, with Dutch and all that. So they have a lot of time. I mean, they could. Whew, that's a lot of time they got to work with. I mean, they got 57 years. You know what I mean? In Alien Romulus, these people got a couple hundred, like multiple. You know, so man, I just overall both movies are good, but just it's what do you think is going to be more successful? Because obviously they're doing Prey 2. That's already in the works, right? So what they came out in 2022, so they probably pretty far into it. So they're going to do another one. I guarantee you this it has to be released in a theater. Because now you got people like, "Oh yeah, Predator's cool." See, they're making these franchises cool again. You know, for the younger crowd, they're adapting stuff, which is, I mean, some of it's working, some of it isn't. But hey, you can't have a perfect movie all the way through, you know. So there's always going to be some type of flaws. But yeah, I'm just it's a good start for both. It's a really good start for both, and we're going to have a lot of good films probably coming out from both franchises. But please give us some time before you mix the franchises again and do that AVP. It's enough. We've gone down that path. Let's recreate and venture down there. And another thing too, let's get off the engineers thing, because that was cool in Prometheus, but then you ruined it in Covenant. You ruined the whole saga of the engineers in Covenant. It just yeah. So let's leave those out. We already got that. That's cool. But yeah. But I would have to say, like, to be honest with you, overall, I really think Prey was better. And like Prey's ratings, let me see, is set. What was Alien Romulus was 7.4 on IMDb, right? So it's 7.1 for Prey on IMDb, but 94% Rotten Tomatoes. See, I know we always got to look at critic scores, and because a lot of it is done by, I mean, you got your professional critics, but a lot of it is done by a lot of fans. That's why you get that little flip flop there, where Alien Romulus is only at 80% Rotten Tomatoes. I'm pretty sure there was a lot of fans and stuff, and then 94% here. Overall, I think Prey is a better movie. Is it a better start than Romulus? That's debatable. But overall, it's a better. I like both the movies, but I really liked Prey. That was a surprise, and I think it's great for the franchise. And it's sad that they're going to be jumping a little bit forward. We're not going to be able to see Amber Mid-Thunder as Naru and her story. But I think they ended it well. I think they really ended that movie well with her, where it was like, okay, so now she's like the tribal leader. Dope. And then, but Romulus kind of does have that problem, because you could still use Kelly, Spaney, and Andy to keep it going. So they'll probably go on and on with that, because the movies make money. They're going to make another one. They are. They just are. But yeah. But overall, I think Prey was the better movie. But I don't know. Tell me what you think. Tell me if this is a good start for these two franchises, or you're kind of like taken back a little bit. Tell me what you think in the comments. I want everyone to like, comment, and subscribe. And I do mean everyone.